Moon is very important planet for your overall horoscope. When Moon combines with Venus in a good house, it will make the person more artistic, creative, emotionally romantic, and at the same time having a craving for luxury in terms of experiences, in terms of materialistic stuff, everything. However, if the placement is wrong, or if the moon is weak, or Venus is weak and moon is weak, both are weak, then in that case, the same person may be finding escapism in life through routes of luxury. Hello, everyone. So, today's topic is going to be centered around the moon. Moon is the karka of your inner desires, whatever you are thinking, your mind, sometimes connected to your soul. So, today we'll talk about how moon impacts your overall life. There are variations to a moon, like where is the moon sitting? That's the placement of the moon. Second, what is the strength of the moon? How strong is it in terms of degrees? Third, is it combust or not? Fourth, is it sitting with any other planet in the same house? Are there any planets in the houses next to the house where moon is residing? Where is the dispositor of moon's ownership house, which is the Cancer? Which one is that? And most importantly, what are the planets that are aspecting the moon? These are variations which actually decide how your overall mindfulness, well-being, your fulfillment of certain desires and things take place. So let's start with the first aspect, which is the first parameter is where is the moon placed? So in your horoscope, and this is irrespective of your sign, but in your horoscope, as long as the moon is occupying your ascendant or any of the Kendra houses, which are 1, 4, 7, 10, Trikon, these are good places for moon to be. Even 11th house is considered very good for moon to be. If you are an ascendant where moon happens to be a part of your trick houses, which are 6, 8, and 12, and one of those is a Cancer sign. So let's say you are in a horoscope where your sixth house is Cancer and your eighth house is Cancer or your 12th house is Cancer. Then, in that case, if Moon is sitting in its own sign, which is Cancer, in 6, 8, 12, then it will not be harmful to you because it will cancel out the negative effects of the trick houses. Second, is Moon combust or not? What is combust? Simply have to check on the proximity, the distance from Sun. The closer Sun is to Moon, higher are the chances of the fact that Moon is combust. So if let's say Sun and Moon are together in the same house, pretty much you can believe it that your Moon will be combust. Sometimes the Moon is also combust even when the Sun is not in the same house, but it's in the house, maybe one house before that or one house after that. So, sorry, there are certain variations that one needs to look into if the moon is combust or not. Because if the moon is combust, chances are that you will not have your desires fulfilled right away very seamlessly. There will be some kind of suppression on it from the sun's angle. And now, the third aspect of UT or conjunct. Who are the other planets who are sitting together with moon? And if at all, is there any planet sitting in that particular sign or not? So let's look at some of these planets one by one. Let's spoke about Sun. If Sun and Moon are together, that on certain days will be Amavasya Yoga, and which would mean that it will not be that beneficial. It will be sort of like loss of desires for you. Second, let's look at Ketu. So if Moon and Ketu are together, Ketu has its tendency of detachment. So what it may do is, if it's sitting with Moon, it may just like try and isolate you, specifically if it's sitting in the Lagna, unless Moon is in its own house and it's strong enough. So again, we'll talk about the strength parameter later, but that's how the strength of the Moon will be important. So Moon and Ketu put together, if the Moon is not strong, it will lead you to isolation. Your mind will be more isolated. You will not feel like connected to people pretty much most of the life. Then Moon with Shani, Saturn. So Saturn and Moon put together make a wish yoga, wherein it gives the person emotional heaviness. Most of the time, these people are very much bothered about the emotions dealing with people. I mean, one, they will have a very smaller circle because of emotional heaviness. But if Moon and Saturn are together, and that too, let's say they go in a wrong sign or in a wrong placement, let's say 6, 8, 12, and neither it's the sign of Moon, Cancer, nor is it Capricorn or Aquarius, which are the signs of Saturn, then in that case, Moon being weak, it may also lead you towards depression. So now let's look at some of the good signs, good combinations also. So Moon, when it comes with Venus, now Venus is a sign coupled with Moon will make you more artistic, creative. It will have, I mean, you'll have a taste for luxury. You may also be emotionally more romantic person, more involved with your partner, spouse. If Moon and Venus are sitting together in your chart, again, the placement needs to be good. If it's in either of the good houses, I mean, chances are you would be like overtly romantic and I mean, having passion for luxuries and all. Moon with Jupiter, again, Jupiter is something which brings wisdom. So when Moon and Jupiter come together, it gives your mind semblance and your ability to be more thoughtful and makes you a better decision maker. This need not make you necessarily organized or disciplined because that's what we look from Sun. But Moon and Jupiter together, it's gonna bring in more wisdom, more thoughtfulness to your overall. And Jupiter is generally a natural benefit. And the bonus tip here is, if Moon and Jupiter are together, and that too they come in Kendra for in Cancer. So that is a sign which is Moon's own sign, plus Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. So they are sitting together in Cancer for any ascendant in the Kendra. It's going to be a very, very powerful Raj Yoga for that particular person. Oh, sorry, not been keeping well, so bear with my voice. Now, what happens when Moon and Mercury are together? So, Mercury, unlike Jupiter, where it's wisdom, Mercury is more about intellect. So, here, a Moon and Mercury combination is going to give you like, make you more fun loving. It makes a person more humorous. These people have excellent communication skills because, I mean, this is the combination which boils down to interpersonal skills if they are placed well. If they are not placed well, then the same thinking leads you to overthinking. You're over analyzing stuff each time that you're doing any kind of a decision. Then we are left with Mars. So, Moon and Mars together. So, that's a combination which makes a person more passionate. So, that's passionate, and that's also the Chandramangal Yoga that you call. It's believed to bring in like loads of money to the particular person in whose chart this combination exists. Again, the placement needs to be good. Their strength needs to be, they both need to be like strong enough to carry out that thing. And these Raj Yogs will give you results in their dashas or antardashas, mahadashas and antardashas. So during your moon dasha, this period will be beneficial. During Mars dasha, this will be beneficial, but it will be most conducive during the moon Mars dasha antardasha and the Mars moon dasha antardasha period. Also, these people are, I mean, you can get into emotional imbalances if it's afflicted. So, one of these options could be that, let's say, Moon and Mars are together, but Shani is also sitting alongside them. So, that's a affliction of a cruel planet, a natural malefic, which is going to do things like that. And like I spoke about, if Moon and Jupiter are together in Cancer, that's a powerful yoga. But if Moon and Mars are together in Cancer, Moon is still in its own sign, but Mars is in its deliberated sign. So in that deliberated sign, that's where it becomes like a niche karak. However, Chandrama is nullifying the niche bhang. It's nullifying the niche, so it's called niche bhang. But I would still say that the Moon Jupiter combo in Cancer is more powerful than a Moon Mars combo in Cancer. Again, depending upon which house they are being placed. So we spoke about these Moon Rahu combination. Again, Rahu tends to bring in like elements of surprise. So Moon Rahu will again make the person like too much like thinking about things, over analyzing. Most of the time, this person would be like very unclear in the head, like irrespective of the fact that you've taken the right decision, will still be like, oh, did I do this? I mean, these kind of people sometimes, the moon Rahu or the moon Shani or the moon Ketu sometimes like gets you into those scenarios where you're like, oh, did I lock the room properly? And you'll go back and check again. So sometimes these are the things which are associated with such people. Now, degree wise, it's very simple how strong moon is. So we would say the moon is strong. Let's say, where do we consider the moon weak? Moon is considered weak if it's anywhere less than 3 degrees or it's more than 28 degrees. These are the two ranges where moon is weak. And in between, there is like a normal curve where the moon gains strength, goes peaks out, and then starts losing strength. The UT part, the conjunct part, we have spoken about. Also, one more thing, when moon is with Rahu, it also creates a sense of illusion for the person, because you may feel like, oh wow, it's everything's going as per the plan, this is what we felt about, oh this is not something which is not possible, but actually later on you realize that it had put you in a state of illusion and not being practical about things. So I'm also going to like talk about in a separate video about how the planets go deliberated, what causes them to be deliberated, in which signs they are deliberated, and how does that nullifies with the presence of other planets. So till then, stay tuned to my channel and share this with your friends. Thank you.